The Hobbits are often thought of as quiet, loner-like beings, but that is not always the case. The Hobbits are often known as brave and courageous, but they are not known for their strength and toughness in battle. Be that as it may be, there are some who often ventured out of the comfort zone of the Shire and partook in adventures and battles, who surprisingly held their own against their foes, and showed their strength to survive the horrors. A Shire Hobbit named Fredegar Fati Bolger. He was one of Frodo's close companions who aided him with his endeavour to leave the Shire and was aware that he held the ring. Fati was a member of the conspirators, Frodo's pals who helped him covertly when he was on a crucial mission to flee the Shire. In order to serve as a ruse for the Nazgul and a message in case Gandalf appeared, Fredegar decided to stay behind. Eventually, the Ring Wraiths arrived in Crick Hollow in search of Frodo and the ring. Fati managed to flee and alerted Buckland, which prompted the Brandybucks to blow the Buckland horn call. The Nazgul fled as a result of this. Fati led a band of partisans fighting the ruffians in the Broken Bows around the hills of Skerry during Saruman's dominion over the Shire before being caught. Having starved while being held in lockholes, he was unable to be called Fati any longer, and was rescued after the Battle of Bywater's success. Merry Meriadoc the Magnificent Brandybuck was a hobbit and the son of Sadok Brandybuck. He was one of the 4 hobbits who formed the Fellowship of the Ring, and subsequently rose to the rank of Knight of Rohan, helping Lady Eowyn kill the Witch King of Angmar. Merry was a Brandybuck of Brandy Hall, Ayr. After taking part in the War of the Ring, he eventually succeeded to his father's mastership in Buckland, notable for being with Frodo Baggins when the Ring Quest first began, assisting Peregrine Took in conducting the Battle of Bywater, taking part in the killing of the Witch King of Angmar, and writing Herbalore of the Shire. Pippin Peregrine Took, the son of Paladin Took, was a hobbit. He was in his tweens when he joined the Fellowship of the Ring, making him the youngest of the 4 hobbits. However, he grew up quickly and eventually became a Knight of Gondor. Elrond seemed to have doubts about Pippin's capacity to complete the quest, but he proved to be a dependable and brave companion. Peregrine finally took over the Thingship of the Shire after his father passed away following the War of the Ring. Noted for accompanying Frodo Baggins during the first part of the Ring Quest, taking part in the obliteration of Isengard, saving Faramir, peering through the Orthanc Stone, and co-directing the Battle of Bywater with Meriadoc Brandybuck. The most well-known hobbit in history is Frodo Baggins, who lived in the Third Age and played a pivotal role in the War of the Ring. He carried the One Ring to Mount Doom during this heroic adventure, where he destroyed it, earning him fame unmatched by any other halfling in all of Middle-earth. He is particularly unusual since he was one of the 3 hobbits who travelled from Middle-earth to Arman as a ring-bearer in order to pass away peacefully. A hobbit named Bilbo Baggins lived in the Shire in the latter decades of the Third Age. He made riches from his trip with Thorin and other dwarfs, and he revived knowledge of the One Ring of Sauron. He was a ring-bearer and a burglar, renowned for the One Ring's recovery and the Erebor quest. He slayed his enemies with the sword Sting that spiders especially feared. Hobbit Samwise Gamgee had a strong heart and voracious appetite for the finest foods. He demonstrated that he was one of the most devoted and obedient friends to have ever lived by being willing to stick by Frodo till the very end. Sam was among the most enduring Lord of the Rings characters for a number of reasons, some of which were already mentioned. He was also incredibly powerful in warfare. Sam was able to defeat some orcs and goblins in addition to facing off against the enormous spider Shelob and emerging victorious. On his journey to Mordor, Frodo could have not asked for a greater companion. Bandobras the Bull Roro Took was the son of Thane Isumbras III of the Took line. He stood tall for a hobbit at 4 feet 5 inches and could so mount a horse. At the Battle of Greenfields, Bandobras gained notoriety for stopping a goblin invasion of the Shire and killing the Goblin King Gorfunbull. It is supposed that the game of golf was created when Bandobras severed the Goblin King's head with a wooden club, sending it flying for 100 yards before falling into a rabbit hole. Bandobras had many descendants, some of whom were the North Tooks of Longcleave. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Until the next time, on Middle-earth, InVader.